Okay, so with our percents, now we're going to deal with discounts on a specific amount, a tax, and a tip. So a tax, they give you the definition. Discount is pretty straightforward. The amount saved and subtracted from the original price of an item to get the discounted price. Okay, so a tax is something that you guys pay even if you're not aware that you pay it. So a tax is, let me get that out of the way. Added to the price and it's based on a percent. Okay, so if there's a tax, they're going to give you a percent. That percent always gets written over 100 in our percent proportions. Okay, so the procedure, the rate is usually given as a percent. So what they're saying is to find the discount, multiply the rate as a decimal by the original price. We're using a slightly different method. You can do that if you're comfortable with that type of process. You can certainly just convert the percent to decimal and then multiply as they show in this example here. I'm going to show you our method using the percent proportion, and the reason that I use that is because it works for every problem. Okay, in a department store, a $40 dress is marked save 25%. What is the discount? No, they don't want to know the total for this question. They want to know the discount. Then they want to know what the sale price is. Okay, so what we're dealing with is always original, and that goes on the bottom. Okay, so again, I'm going to write the fractions up here. Amount, discount, over original, equals percent over 100. Remember that fraction, the right-hand fraction, never changes. It's always going to be percent over 100. So that's equal to 25 over 100. Where's our missing piece? The amount of discount. So again, I cross multiply. I get 100x. And I get 25 times 40. So I take out my calculator and I go 25 times 40 equals 1,000. And then I divide by 100. And again, dividing by 100 literally just moves the decimal 2 places to the left. So x is equal to 10. So our amount of discount is 10. So $10 discount, but they ask us a second question, and that is, what is the sale price of the dress? So if the dress was originally 40, do some work over here. We want to take away the 10, and of course we get $30 for the final price, or as they call it, sale price. Okay, so again, just like some of the problems we did last week, we have to subtract or add depending on what we're referring to. If we're referring to a tax, that's always added. Okay, if we're referring to a discount, of course, subtract it. All right, so I want you to try numbers 2 and 3 on your own. Set them up exactly the same way as I did there. Here's my original amount. There's my percent. Notice that they want to know what the discount is, so you need to answer with whatever number of dollars discount, just like I did here. And then you also want to add what is the final price after you take the discount on that item. Same thing for number 3. Okay, you can pause the video here if you need to. Looking at some other problems. So they define our tax here. tax on sales that is paid to the retailer. You need to add the sales tax, as I said earlier, to the price of the item to find the total amount paid for the item. Okay? Again, a quick example. If the sales tax rate is 7.25% in California, then how much would you pay in Los Angeles for a pair of shoes that cost $39? So again, we want the amount of tax over the original equals percent over 100. Okay, so you notice that the original is always going in the denominator of our first fraction. So the original price was $39. The tax was 7.25. Remember, we don't change that when we're doing our percent proportion. We leave that as the decimal or the amount they give us for the percent. And then our missing piece is here. So 100 times x is 100x. And 39 times 7.25 is, handy dandy calculator, times 7.25 equals 282.75. Okay, and then I divide both sides by 100. And we move the decimal 2 places to the left. Now you're going to end up with 2.8275. But we're talking about dollars and cents. So I can't have anything past the second decimal place. So the 7 tells the 2 to round up 1. So that really becomes 2.83. So what is the sales tax? Okay. The sales tax is $2.83. And then we take that and we add it to the original. So I'm going to take 39 plus 2.83. Put my placeholders in there. And I get $41.83. Total price. Okay. So again, that's all we're doing. Our amount of change over original, percent over 100. Okay, the amount of change here, we don't know. The original, we do. Put our 6.5 here. And again, the reason that we don't convert that percent to decimal, it's already got a decimal there, but we don't move the decimal 2 places because we're dividing by 100. We're placing it over 100. And that's how the decimal gets moved normally if you're just converting from percent to decimal. Cross multiply, you get 100x is equal to, lots of numbers to type in here, so be careful. 29,990 times 6.5 equals 194935. Okay, then we divide by 100. Again, the decimal is to the right, so we move it 2 places to the left. So x is equal to 1949.35. No need to round here because we already have it in dollars and cents. And they want to know what the total cost is, so now I have to take those two things and add them together. I take my amount of tax, which is this value, and I add it to my original. So that's going to be 29,990 plus, got the 1 in the wrong place, 1949.35. So I add my placeholders here, and of course I'm I'm going to use the calculator. And when I add those two together, I get something that doesn't seem right. Nope. 1949.35 plus 29,990 equals 31,939.35. And there's my final price. That's the total cost of the car. So a lot of people look at cars and they go, hey, I can afford that. And then they add the tax to it. And it jacks the price up even more. Okay, so your job is to finish 7 and 8. And the problem's on this page. A tip is slightly different, but it's the same idea as a tax. It is added to the bill. Okay, so be careful because they're asking you two questions. What is the cost of the tip? And how much do they pay altogether? So you should have an answer for the tip and an answer for how much the total bill is. So you're going to add that tip to your original bill. Okay? And that's that.